morning. It's Celeste of Astrology by Celeste on this beautiful Wednesday morning. I'm zooming in. I'm not zooming. What am I? I don't know what you call it when you're Instagramming in. Anyway, I'm going live from Oakland, California. Okay. I hope everyone's having a good day. Hi, Web 416 and Laughing Willow. Nice to see you. Nice to see you for the Hey Sydney for the Astro and the Oracle program, where I'm going to talk a little bit about the astrology, and then I'm going to pull cards from the Human Spirit Oracle deck by Jena DellaGrottaglia. This is an amazing deck, which I love. And yeah, Wordsmith Edits helped with some of the writing for this one. So it is a wonderful, wonderful deck with great messages. It's from Rock Pool. So we're going to use that deck, and it's perfect for today because today the sun is in Gemini. All the air signs are humane. So Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, meaning that interactions between people are in focus. Interactions, communication, transportation, and the sun is squaring with the moon, which is in Pisces. Wrapping up this last quarter moon is what we're having today. What time is the last quarter moon? Let's see. Last quarter moon at 12:19. So in a couple hours, we have that last quarter moon. But we've been feeling the energy coming in since the moon went into Pisces on Monday, I believe. And Pisces is a sign of confusion. It's not clear. We have to walk. Gemini rules transportation. So you can think about walking down the street by faith, Pisces, not by sight, because it is really unclear. The information we're getting is unclear about what's going on. And for the people in the United States, we don't know if we're going to be at war or not. It looks very likely. There's so much clashing, and which we knew would happen. There's all this amping up of aggression. We've had, over the last 3 years, solar eclipses, which are seeding and new starts in the sign of Aries, which is a sign of war and aggression on the shadow side. But we have not had any lunar eclipses, which is like a full reveal and a culminating energy in the sign of Aries. All the full moons in Aries have been just regular full moons. They haven't been eclipses. So to me, this feels like symbolic of these increases in aggression. And we have Saturn and Neptune now in Aries. So none of this is surprising, but I feel like we have an opportunity to do things differently. We shall see if Congress in the U.S. stops us from going to war. The president doesn't even know what he's going to do. So and he is at a choice point at his birthday, which at your birthday, when the sun comes back to where it was when you were born, and it can be, the solar return can either be the day of your birthday, the day before, the day after. What the president was experiencing is a lunar nodal square. So he has his north node at 20 Gemini and his south node at 20 Sagittarius. So there's themes of local with Gemini and global with Sagittarius. And in the sky, right at his solar return, the north node was in Pisces and the south node in Virgo. So this is choice point energy. And it's really interesting if you cast his solar return, and I always cast them for the place of birth because it speaks to the karma. His sun, he's in the spotlight at work. His sun is at the midheaven. and his sun is at 22 Gemini, and then that nodal square falls across his Virgo rising and Pisces descendant. This is just for his solar return. So he's suggesting a choice point energy, and there is this big choice point with the decision whether or not to engage in conflict with Iran. And with Pisces, we're really feeling this energy of, the people all in this together. The people are the one who suffer when our leaders make these decisions, because it's the people whose homes are being destroyed, or sons and daughters are having to go to war. It's just, oh my God, it's this turning point energy which we're in. But I'm having hope and faith that that we're in this place where we're tired of this, and that something is going to surprise us. That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm feeling, and that it's not over. It's not over. It's not pre-decided. There are other things that can be coming up, and it's so interesting. The Atlantic magazine did an article today called they're talking about the Tower of Babel, which is a biblical story about how God got annoyed with people and gave different languages as a way to, it was like a punishment. I have to read the article and remind myself of the Tower of Babel story. It's really in line with this last quarter moon, which is a crisis of consciousness, where we psychologically are integrating what has come before us. So you can think about, since the new moon in Gemini, what have you psychologically integrated? But I also talk about, and I'll post this in a little bit, these 27-month cycles. So this is going back to, I believe, 2023. Where there was a new moon. And then there's been these advancing cycles. So, yeah. And that was right before, that was right before the last quarter moon. Right before the solar eclipse, the first solar eclipse in Aries. Yeah, let me pull this up really quick. Because this Tower of Babel is so in line with this energy. Yeah. So after the Great Flood, humanity was united, and then they began building a massive tower reaching towards the heavens. We are in a tower moment with what is going on. And this tower was often symbolized as interpreted as a symbol of human pride and defiance of divine limits. But God came down to see the city and the tower, and disturbed by the unity of their ambition, he said, "Behold, they are one people. They all have one language. Nothing that they propose to do will now be impossible for them." And so, as a punishment for pride, humanity's pride and hubris, the different languages, God gave people different languages so that they could not understand each other. It was a natural way to divide people. While unity gives people power, this disruption was intended to separate people away from each other. And it's so in line with the energy, with the sun in Gemini, and the sun is like a leadership figure square the moon in Pisces, and Pisces is a sign that can be about confusion in some ways, but also unity in the other ways where people are all feeling together and feeling united. And it's really interesting where we had the parade, which was a disaster, where the president looked ineffectual, weak, barely anyone was there. We saw the squeaky tank going down the road, but the people were united all over the country. Over 11 million people went to the streets to protest, and that uniting. So there was this image, and what better way to cause a disruption than to enter into conflict? You know, turn the channel, turn the page by focusing on a different place. So this is where we are. We're at this choice point. And we know the energy is very intense. We see it in the weather, in volcanoes, and in all of these earthquakes and things that are going on, as well as storms, as well as human beings. Whether you're at, just scrolling the gram and you see people fighting, and sometimes over absolute nonsense, or these countries in conflict. There's just this amplification of conflict. But the North Node is in Pisces, so we have the opportunity to think about how can we amplify the energy of peace, is how I'm seeing it. And it's really interesting what's going on. People may really surprise us. Yeah, I'm hoping. We're seeing the far right, who are very anti-war, are starting to come out with guns blazing and about how Fox News is a propaganda network that is pushing war on the people, on their older viewers. So Tucker Carlson and that Marjorie Taylor Greene have been talking about that. Okay. I think that's enough about that. Yeah. I think this is a good last quarter moon to just think about how we all are united, like how we all want the same things in life. Really, in general, people want to have peace, calmness, love, security, friends, family, leisure time. And we're in this confrontation of this turning point. So anyway, that's why I picked the Human Spirit Oracle, because I feel like a reminder of how we're all the same rather than how we're different. These petty differences. The South Node in Virgo is like, it's time to focusing on what makes us different is a drain, rather than focusing on what our common ground, which we don't want a king in the United States as part of our common ground. Okay, I'm babbling, so let me get to pulling the cards. Hey, Wisteria Bellflower. Hi, Vivian. It was so good to see you yesterday. Yes. Hey, Sydney and Ridiculisa and Lara. Okay, let me pull these cards. Hopefully there was something of interest in my little rant. But, yeah, we're at the last quarter moon, and we're wrapping up Uranus is now at that 29th degree of crisis and decay in the sign of Taurus. So there's going to be a lot of conflict and disruption and shocks around values, currency, things like that, money, resources. Yeah. But finding peace within. This is a good time to think about that with the sun in Gemini. Maybe it's a great day to journal, and the moon and Gemini rules communication, and the moon in Pisces, this emotional sign. What are you feeling? How can you keep and maintain calm? How can you trust that this too shall pass? We will figure out how to move through this. Okay, let me start with Aries. And look at the back of the cards. They're really beautiful. Okay, what does Aries need to know? What else is going on big this week? Well, Well, Jupiter is squaring Neptune, so we'll probably know after that. I think we'll know by Friday with at least something. But I'm hoping Congress comes together and refuses, like, the anti-war factions and says, no, you're not going to war. We'll see. We shall see. Ah, Julia, you are Gemini. Your mom is oh, and your moon is in Pisces. Yeah, so this is really, yeah. Notice how you're feeling. Yesterday, Mars went into Virgo, and I had a little anxiety thing going on. So there was this energetic shift. How did you feel it? And for me, it was anxiety. I have Virgo rules my third house, and it's like the energy is so intense. We just had Mars square Uranus. So that's like, and then Mars went into Virgo, and there's that switch of energy, which takes a little bit to get used to. And for me, I had this, it was kind of ridiculous, but I had this little anxiety thing about something where it was a little bit, my mind was being a little overactive. So notice if you felt, how you felt Mars and Virgo yesterday and today too. Are you seeing people being more obsessive compulsive, a little, because Mars is problems, a little more critical or perfectionistic? These, what Virgo related problems? A health thing, or your intestines bubbling? Yeah, Virgo rules the intestines. Yeah, you can think about all of that. Aries, blessings in disguise. So this is so interesting that sometimes things that can feel like a problem can be a blessing in disguise. If this administration takes us to war, they're going to lose even more support, especially with with the core MAGA base is not going to be happy about going to war. So just the potential of it is bringing this conflict amongst the people who are trying to turn us into, in my opinion, an authoritarian state, causing conflict and division, and splitting that faction is a blessing in disguise. Yeah, I'm sticking with it. But think about what blessings in disguise you have. So let me read it. I think it's a good idea to read this one. Yeah, sometimes things look bad, but they're, blessings. Yeah. Oh no, did you just lose the toxic person your loved ones have been warning you about? Guess what? This is amazing news, or perhaps the dead-end job has sent you packing. Hooray, celebrate. Sometimes we cannot see an opportunity for what it truly is. Have you recently lost a job, been turned down for a gig, or bombed on a date? Then think of it as the universe reassuring, removing something from your path so that it can send you what you truly deserve. Sometimes we become comfortable or feel unworthy, so we stay put, afraid to look for those blessings. Now is the time to think about what changes you could benefit from that might feel a little bit uncomfortable. We ask you to be fearless, be the hero in your own story. Yeah, we're the ones that we need in a lot of ways. Yeah. And so maybe this person, the leader, telling 8 million people or whatever, how many million people to leave Tehran immediately and causing mass panic. You see all of the cars on the road, Gemini rules transportation, of people trying to get out of Tehran, and they're in this Piscean state of chaos. And then Mars and Virgo, people in the cars or families are like kind of picking or fighting with each other because they're just in this intense state of anxiety. So what can you do if you're in this situation now? Hopefully, if you're watching me, you're not in that kind of situation. But that situation, which we're seeing on the news, people are feeling in smaller ways in their lives if their chart is being activated by that Mars square Uranus at 28 degrees, and Mars was in Leo and Uranus in Taurus. So fixed sign. Yeah. So that's the energy, but we're all metabolizing it in different ways, in different circumstances. But it's a little intense right now. But it'll calm down. Okay. Taurus. Forever young. Taurus, forever young. And this is about, what I'm getting is, this is an opportunity to honor the cycles of life. We cannot stay forever young. Maturity is needed. Yeah, real beauty, Taurus, lies within, not on the outside. And this to me is, I'm getting the head of ice, this woman who killed her puppy, Christy Nome. She's got all this fillers and stuff in her face. And yesterday she had a health emergency, Mars in Virgo, where she had some kind of allergic attack. I don't know if it was an allergic attack because of something she ate. I just assumed in my mind it was her fillers. And this forever young, like she did some procedure and it caused a problem maybe. I don't know. I'm just like that thought. Yeah. Anyway, that's terrible, but that's what she's fine. But anyway, this forever young, it's a reminder to honor the natural cycles, like, of aging. And there's blessings in aging. Aging is a blessing in disguise because we get wisdom, or like we get aches and pains and things start wrinkling and getting bigger. Oh my God, with Jupiter in Cancer. I'm a Cancer rising. I got on the scale and was like, what? So I got to get it together, but we're not going to talk about that. Okay. Yeah, my pants were so tight the other day. Yeah, all this chaotic stress, I've been stress eating a bit, and I got to work on it. Ooh, for Gemini, unlock your mind. What a perfect card for Gemini, unlock your mind. What a beautiful picture. And you can unlock your mind by journaling. And this is playing like music that fits your mood. And doing some journaling will, Gemini, help you unlock your mind. I love that. And this is so representative of the energy because yesterday the sun in Gemini was sextile Chiron in Aries. And Chiron, it looks like a key. And it can be Chiron is the wounded healer. And by unlocking your mind, you can heal some of your wounds. Yes. Yeah. Sydney's a Cancer sun and Panther type 2. All of us people with Cancer sun, moon, and rising, with Jupiter in our side, we need to be aware that it's Jupiter makes everything bigger, including people. Yes, age is earned. All right. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, we need to be mindful. And it's so funny. My boo is an Aries rising. So Saturn in Aries, people with Aries stuff, you may be like more focused on your disciplined Saturn about your diet or exercise or things, and you may be losing weight. Whereas us poor Cancers have the energy of potential of gaining weight. I'm hoping my Aries moon Cancer rising helps me balance it out, so it's not a horror show over here. It's in a couple months. Okay. Oh, Ooh, Cancer. All right now, Jupiter's in the sign of Cancer. Master of destiny. Yes, you are the master of your own destiny. I'm talking to myself. You, as a Cancer rising, you decide what you put in your mouth. You decide what you let into your energy and your mind by what you allow yourself to watch and read and absorb. You decide, well, yeah. Can you be the master of your own destiny? With, if you're a Cancer sun, moon, or rising, Saturn and Neptune in Aries can help give you the structure. And I think of Neptune as the ultimate manifester. You've got to believe it to make it happen. And Saturn and Neptune can be making your dreams, Neptune, come true into reality. Saturn crystallizes things. So you can use this energy, and it's tense. Squares are tense. They're activating to get things done, to make things happen. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. Okay. I love that. Look how beautiful these cards are. Jena does photo, I think she calls it photo manipulation. It's really cool. The artwork is amazing. All right, Leo, this is too much. I'm golden. Leo, are you living your life like it's golden? You've had a big energetic boost with Mars going through your sign. Did you break some chains with the Mars square Uranus? Are you left feeling golden, Leo? Yeah, Leo's ruled by the sun. Let me read this. Solid 18 karat, 24 karat, or just gold plated. Ooh, all that glitters is not gold. That makes me think about, what does this mean to you? Are you golden in a way where you have dipped everything in your life into a shiny overcoating, leaving you feeling lackluster inside? Or are you truly golden from the inside out, meaning you have tended to your needs both mentally and physically? So, Leo, are you feeling confident? Are you feeling like an imposter? What are you feeling inside? This Mars going through your sign probably and squaring Uranus probably brought these themes of your relationship with feeling that, because Leo High Road is confident, has leadership energy, that's that's proud and ready to make big things happen in your own life, has a vision, and it feels like you know what you want to make happen. So this is a good question to ask yourself with the Sun in Gemini, square Moon in Pisces. Are you emotionally feeling like you are golden? That's a great thing to journal about. And if you're not golden, what can you do to help yourself feel more golden? Is it actions that you need to take? Is it things that limiting beliefs that you need to let go of? With Pluto opposite your sign, it's an Aquarius opposite Leo. Eventually, these are things you're going to have to confront head on. Oppositions come from outside of ourselves. Yeah, I love that. So perfect. Oh, these are all just so perfect. Especially. Ooh, Virgo. Road less traveled. Yeah, road less traveled. So Virgo, the South Node is in Virgo. Yeah. And this is what we're hoping will happen at this time. Like, it looks like we're going back, the United States is going back into a war in the Middle East. We had the Iraq war, the Afghanistan war, the other Iraq war, and it's just horrible loss of life on both sides, waste of money that could be used for education, healthcare, destroying the planet. I mean, it's just horrible. will we take the road less traveled? There is a possibility that cooler heads will prevail over time. I'm hoping it, it doesn't look like it. I mean, the energy suggests conflict escalation, but yeah, give peace a chance. That's what this, yeah. And for Virgo, if you're like, struggling with anything, the South Node is helping bring you any Virgo things, your shadows, up to your conscious attention and offering you the opportunity to recognize it. And for things that you wish you did differently, you can maybe think about taking a road less traveled. Yeah, I love that. Doing things differently. Remember, if you watch Seinfeld, where George Costanza decided he was going to do the opposite of everything he normally would do, and then his life started being wonderful, and Jerry's life started going to the pits. Yeah, it was funny. Think about what road less traveled you'd want to take. And if your normal road traveled is just to get really anxious about everything that's going on in the world that you have no control over, maybe take a different road. Think about how you can get organized, get with your community and make change. The local level is really important. Oh, Libra, you got any way the wind blows, Libra. Any way the wind blows. Now, yeah. Libras are often the shadow energy, and what they're sometimes accused of being is indecisive, because it's a sign of the scales where you spend so much time thinking about the different options. You don't make any decision and leave it for others. Any way the wind blows. Let me, let's card number 1. Let's see. Okay. I am so easy. Mind out of the gutter, please. I am going with the flow, letting myself just go where things take me, swaying along the journey with the utmost trust. Do you easily bend like the branches of a great willow tree to what surrounds you? Does the breeze softly sway and take you any way the wind blows? If not, then perhaps it's a time to lean into it. Let's get limber and go with the flow of the universe. You will find that life can be peaceful and abundant, an abundant journey if you trust in yourself and the universe's plan. There is no use in getting caught up with things that are simply out of your control. Exactly what I'm saying. And for Libra, Jupiter in Cancer is offering you an invitation to, Cancer's a water sign, to expand, to heal, to explore, being more in flow. And then Saturn and Neptune are opposite you in Aries. So that's telling you, like, making snap decisions, being impulsive can cause problems. So Libra, can you go with the flow? I think leaning into that Jupiter square versus the oppositions is a better way to be. A better way to go. Yeah. Scorpio, Midas touch. Yeah, so Scorpio, this is about everything you touch turns to gold. Yes, and if you've got Scorpio and Leo, like, there's really language here about being golden. And what does gold mean to you? Being of value, building abundance, whether it's financial, emotional, relational. What do you consider golden? And how can you expand it is what I'm seeing with this. And for Scorpios, Jupiter in Cancer is in a trine. So trying to remove all restrictions. So if you lean into expanding your abundance, I think you'll have good success, Scorpio, with this. But it's also a caution to not put too much energy into the physical world of like of just money and things or like luxury goods. Yeah, what's truly golden, and use your energy to oh, you love that. Yes, Lara, living your life like it's golden. What are your next steps to be more golden, Lara? Yeah. Yeah. Yes. We got lots of Aries in the house. Yes. Okay. Sagittarius. Eat your words. This is pretty funny. Eat your words, because Sagittarius, and like, he has the words on the table are doubt, rude, indignant. Oh no, judgment. Doubt, rude, judgment. Eat your words. And Shadow Sagittarius has like foot in the mouth disease, like where just speaking the truth sometimes or just saying things can be a problem, where you're accused, Sagittarius, of being rude or tactless. And with Mars in Virgo squaring your Sagittarius placements, as you adjust to this energy, just be mindful about what's coming out of your mouth, because the audience may feel it's like a blade, and then you feel like, oh, I wish I hadn't said that, especially with Jupiter, which rules Sagittarius, squaring Neptune in Aries today. You say something, you didn't mean it as an attack, with that Mars and Virgo energy too, but the person you said it to feels like it, so then you feel like you got to eat your words. So it's just for Sagittarius, pause before speaking is a good thing. To just remind yourself as we adjust to this energy, and there's lots of confusion in the energy over the next couple of days with Jupiter squaring Neptune. Neptune is active. The fog, the mist. Ooh, okay. This is Capricorn. Bound for boundaries. Private. Do not enter. Look at that card. That's great. Capricorn. Bound for boundaries. Let me read this. Let's see what this says for Capricorn. An earth sign that's Saturnian. So Saturn is in Aries, the sign of its fall, squaring your Capricorn placement. So you may be learning about when your boundaries are too high, or maybe you're keeping out people you don't want to. Cross the line, I dare you. It is time to put up your fences, set boundaries, and keep them in place. Now is the time to know what your boundaries are. Sometimes we do things to please people to avoid conflict. It's acceptable to close your gates and say no. Everyday situations sometimes have us stretching our boundaries, whether at work or at home. This can leave you feeling uncomfortable. It can leave you feeling somewhat resentful, or perhaps even leave you feeling like everyone's doormat. Now, that's not normal, Capricorn, to feel like everyone's doormat. Yeah, but you have permission as the captain of the ship to recognize this moment and steer clear of it. So this is just a reminder that boundaries are healthy, and maybe just think about your boundaries. Are they too high, too low, too And yeah. And it's something that's likely coming up for you, Capricorn, because your chart ruler changed signs recently on May 24th. So you've had about, it's almost a month to get used to that energy. Ooh. For Aquarius, all aboard, all aboard. Well, Aquarius is an air sign, rules communities, and yeah, and we're really seeing this Aquarius energy as Pluto transits the sign. The power is with people and with groups, not necessarily. And watch what we're seeing in the collective. Like the G7 group was meeting together, but our leader decided to hop up and leave because whatever, he wasn't getting enough attention or whatever to come back and war plan or what have you. But I saw something about all these countries in the Middle East coming together, trying to help de-escalate the situation with talking about offering some assurances to Israel, trying to stop this, the war happening, because everyone around, we breathe the same air. And with Uranus going into Gemini July 7th, it's concerning about chaos causing problems with the air. So anyway, the more people can come together in groups, I'm hoping Congress doesn't let us get involved in all of this as well. To try to de-escalate this stuff, the better, I think. Yeah. Yeah, and and this Netanyahu, who's been trying to get us into this war for decades, and the Daily Show and CNN put up a montage of him going on and on for 20 years about how Iran's on the verge of a nuclear bomb. And no, they're not. And even Tulsi Gabbard says they're far away. So it is just an absolute mess what is going on. Absolute mess. Yeah. It is great to be passionate for the world and to have passion for change, but be sure it is the type of change that benefits humanity. War does not benefit humanity. By humanity, I mean the world and the earth as a whole, not just you, your family, your neighborhood. So what benefits the greater good? We aren't saying don't mow your neighbor's lawn, or wait, I didn't read the whole thing. Let me go back to this, the top of the thing. I just started like in the middle. Next stop, all aboard, next stop. With so many causes, protests, and ideologies nowadays, it is easy to hop on board the newest trends and fund me campaigns. It is important to understand that not every cause is best for all. Knowledge is power, and if you're feeling like hopping aboard a cause, have your facts, which is this day and age, which is hard to find in this day and age. It's hard to know what are the facts and not the facts. Yeah, we've got all these propaganda machines which are being called out by celebrities. Jupiter square Neptune. Jupiter rules celebrities. Neptune rules propaganda. And like Tucker Carlson, he's a celebrity journalist. And he was holding Senator Ted Cruz's feet to the fire, who's a right-wing senator, about Iran, and he couldn't answer the most basic questions about what's the population of Iran, what's the ethnic makeup. You're talking about like doing something that's going to have a massive change on the people of this population. You know, do you really know what you're doing? Is essentially what he was saying as the senator is trying to warmonger and get us into trouble. But yeah. There's a fracturing on that side that does not want to go to war. So, yeah, away from the people, the neocons and there really is a fracturing. So keep hope alive, that we can put pressure, like call your senators and say, no, we do not want to go to war, if that is your feeling and your take. Yeah. Let's do our research from reputable sources, because Uncle Jesse is a great person. But how many books has he read in the last year? That thing reminds me of that Jesse guy on Fox. It was just an absolute... His mother is ashamed of him. That Jesse Warner's guy, who just talks out of his behind. He's really awful. His poor mother. What a disappointment he is. Anyway, that's not my problem. That's her problem. And anyway, she's told him on his program that she's really disappointed in him and how he behaves. He's very hateful. Okay. Pisces. Pisces, baby, I'm a star. Pisces, can you be feeling, the moon is in your sign. Hopefully this is helping you feel bountiful, feel peaceful. The high road Pisces can be peaceful and calm and creative. And yeah, and the sun is squaring your Pisces placements. Let me see, do I want to say anything else about this? Hold on, where are my sunglasses? You are a star, baby. Shine on, shine on. Sometimes when we are so full of inner light, we cannot see it for ourselves. You have a certain je ne sais quoi that everyone can see and feel. It is magnetic. A certain magic that attracts the right people and circumstances to you. This is what the North Node going through your sign can offer you as an opportunity. The North Node rules groups. Saturn's out of Pisces. Have you felt a lightening of your Piscean energy? Yeah. And what are you attracting to yourself? Pisces is a yin sign. What are you attracting? Be your own light is what I'm getting from that. When you have star power, it is important to share it. Share your light, shine your gifts with others, and allow it all to glow and evolve with things. I love this. Yes. Okay. Does anyone, you can put your sun, moon, and rising, and I'll do a couple of mini readings. Oh, Sagittarius. Southern lady says, Sagittarius sun, I can be tactless. But you probably are with panache and style, being a Southern lady. Are you like a Blanche? Was it Blanche from Golden Girls, kind of? Or Blanche Devereaux, who has a certain way of turning a phrase. So even if you're being tactless, it can kind of sound good. So is Meg. Okay, so the Gemini cards. So Southern lady, we'll do a reading for you. Okay, so a Southern lady is a Sagittarius sun, which is eat your words. A Gemini. Well, I don't know which one you were Gemini, but Gemini was unlock your mind, and Cancer, master of your destiny. This is funny. Like, I could be tactless and say, this is a reminder to eat your words, not a cupcake with Jupiter. Because Jupiter can be expansive. And I was complaining before you got on, Southern Lady, about as a Cancer rising, I already am noticing some weight gain with Jupiter in Cancer. But anyway, for you, yeah, you're the master of your destiny. And I think this Jupiter, using the Jupiter in Cancer to, like pause before speaking so that you don't have to eat your words. So that, you unlock your mind. Just taking a little pause can help you unlock your mind and speak in ways that help you create the life that you wanted, rather than conflict where you have to eat your words because you said something that somebody didn't like. And then with Mars and Virgo, oh God, you could be in a fight. Oh my God. I was in a relationship with a Mars and Virgo person who was a Mars, and they had Mars opposite Pluto. Oh my God. A conflict would be never, no, they had Mars conjunct Pluto. Oh God. Oh, yeah. Southern lady, thank you for the badge. Thank you for the badge. Yeah. It was something. So Southern lady, be the master of your destiny. That's your reading. Yes. Happy thoughts. Yes. Positive outcomes, Meg. Yeah. Happy thoughts. I love that. Yes. Golden and radiant messages. Yes, Wisteria Bellflower. I love that. Yes. Oh, Meg, you have a Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Sag rising. How interesting. Eat your words. And the Forever Young. Let me see what this Forever Young card says. I riffed on it earlier about, but let's read what. The good old days when they would go door to door and peddle youth in the form of makeup. Oh, of course you don't remember that you are so useful. What do we do to stay ever youthful and perfect? There are gels, creams, surgeries, pills, fat freezing, etc. Take a day off from the 2-hour beauty routine and put the retinol away. It's your spirit, the joy and the light that flows effortlessly through you that keeps you forever young. For instance, when you have been happy and the people tell you you are radiant and glowing. When you are happy, people tell you you are radiant and glowing. This is just a reminder that beauty comes from within. Taurus can be a sign. Like Taurus rules self-esteem, and there's always a journey if you have like strong Taurus placements to find your worth, inner worth. And with Mars in Virgo, if you find yourself, because Virgo and Taurus are in a trine, there can be easy access to be critical of yourself. So if you find you're being critical of yourself, eat your words, turn around, reframe it, recognize that you're being critical, and think about the beautiful things about yourself. Yeah. If something critical comes up within you, Meg, say something nice to yourself. That's what I think you can use this energy for with the sun in Gemini and the moon in Pisces. Having compassion for yourself, not picking on yourself. Yes. Oh, and Ridiculisa. Pisces sun, you're a star. Aries moon. Think about blessings in disguise. And wait. Where did I get Aries from? Ridiculous is Pisces and Taurus. Okay. So you can just, with the Pisces, think about, I think you can think about the same sort of things, but they just make sure you're focusing on and thinking about like what actions you've taken. How have you been organized and structured in order to accomplish things? Yeah. You can think about that with the Mars and Virgo opposite. Mars in Virgo is opposite your Pisces placement. So if someone outside of yourself wants to pick on you or say anything, don't let anyone take your sunshine away with or you see something online and it makes you feel some kind of way about yourself. Remember, baby, you are a star and your inner beauty comes from within. Okay. I better get going because I have a long day. Wait, let me see. Is there anything else? Any comments? Say what you truly want. Precise language and vocabulary. I love that. I love that. I love that. Thank you, Lara. Thank you for the badge. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Oh, good. So you started the day, Meg started the day heavy and slow, and now you're smiling and ready to go. Fantastic. Okay, well, my work here is done. If Meg is smiling and happy, this is what I try to do, try to Bring joy despite the difficult times. Okay. Oh, good. Laughing keeps you young. Absolutely. Okay. Take good care, everyone. I'll put this on YouTube later in case you want to watch it back or go to it with the timestamps and stuff. Okay. Have a beautiful day.